Guess those robots just haven't had enough yet, huh?
But I also felt this way when I was still with you. Yes, of course I miss you and I miss you bad. This city's no longer mine. Each lover was made to sign. Now I hear them calling me over and over, 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 and over. Now I hear them calling me
We're almost, give me a second. I'm setting up. I'm almost ready.
in Golden Gate.
$. 32-inch LCD TV, $299. LG 42-inch HD TV, $489. Everything's on sale here at Christmas. And hey, everybody, it's Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. I was doing yard work today, and then I hit a pothole, and now the belt on my riding mower got chewed up by my riding mower because the hole knocked loose a belt that was already loose before, which means Lowe's sold me a faulty belted fucking... The Nub ZPT, thank you for the new Twitch Prime. Before that, we had Bees Churger Productions. Guess those robots just have enough yet, huh? 4 months Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. How you doing? We've got a lot to talk about today, huh? I had no... So, okay, first things first. I already sense that this is going to be some confusion within the community. I already sense that this kind of announcement is going to cause people to make assumptions about the state of other projects. So let me just be clear. This movement, this thing happening in Team Fortress 2 has nothing to do with HLX. The state of HLX, how HLX is going, it has nothing to do with that. Okay? I've seen people speculate like, oh, people are moving. This stuff is... No. Wickle 7.
I love Explode on Ignite.
You do you, man. You do you. So HLX is not at all touched to TF. I've already received a few questions. Does this mean it's canceled? No. Calm down, my child. It's going to be okay. $9.99 from Kyle Pina. Do you call your riding mower Shreddy Lamar? I don't have a name for my riding mower. I bought it 3 months ago from Lowe's or Home Depot. And it was like $1,200, and it's already broken. It has a timer. For some reason, there's like a little LCD screen on it that tells me how many hours this thing has run for. I have run this since I got it like 2 months ago. I've run this riding mower for 26 hours. So I've mowed for 26 hours in the last 3 months. And it's already broken. Aether, the 2-man, $3. We'll get to all this. I need to talk for a bit. Tyler, you look and sound good today. Well, I've been yard work. Being outside in the heat is good for you. I believe that making your body try and maintain homeostasis within a difficult temperature environment actually burns more calories than sitting in a cool air-conditioned environment. I love air conditioning, but I also feel like being outside, you know, within the sun, as long as you wear like sunscreen and stuff, it's probably really good for you. And I would agree with that. I was never an outdoorsy kid. I did not like playing sports. I was forced into it, obviously, like everybody when I was little. But once I hit about 12, I stopped playing sports entirely. I hated it. Last thing I did was I played indoor soccer, and I never got past the ball. I was the biggest kid on my team. I looked like I was 17 when I was 12. Here's a fun fact about me. I have looked like this since I was about 12 years old. What you're other than like I've gained weight, obviously, but like if you look at a stream from me when I was 17 from like 2014, I'll pull up my very first stream just to prove this to you. I know I'm all over the place, okay? I love streaming. Streaming is my favorite thing to do. I love talking to you guys. I love getting feedback. I love having a community here. So I want to tell you about my day. Is this not live? Oh, I might not have it live right now. Can I log into that account that would have it? Yes, I can. I used to, when I was like under the age of 20, I used to Google my name all the time. Don't do that. My very first stream isn't here? Oh, wait, maybe it is. What? Oh, it would be under live. It would be under live. It wasn't an upload, it was a live stream. Yep, here it is. It's public. Why didn't it come up? So this is a stream I did in November of 2014. I wonder if I ever went full screen on me. I remember this day like it was yesterday. It was my very, very first live stream. I had one viewer the whole time. It's actually not my first live stream. I did other stuff, but... Okay, well, that's actually a terrible example of this. People always say I look terrible for my age, but then I tell them I've looked like this since I was 12. About. Oh my God, I never... How are we doing? I'm sorry this is taking so long. Holy shit. Oh my God. This was back when I had to stream in 480p because I didn't have... Can I click this? No. Derp.mp3. This was over 10 years ago. Game that I did with Fibbage, it was very popular. Very popular.
Oh, not right now.
So we're not going to open the show with that. We're going to open the show with Euro Truck. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying.
Make
Viking.
TF2 gay again.
Viking with the 4 months Twitch Prime. I know it's single player, but we're going to switch it off. That was 10 years ago. I just hung out with... So this is that on the screen is my best friend Garrett. He was over yesterday. I hung out with him yesterday. He looks nothing like that. He looks nothing like that. The person over here, that's my little brother Sean. He looks nothing like that. But I'm over here like, hey guys. I had more healthy hair at the time. My hair was longer at the time. If I grow this out, I can fake it to look like that. But yeah. I've looked like this my whole life. No, I haven't, but you know what I mean. Okay. So, sorry. How did I get on this? Okay, hi everybody. Yeah, I used to have a neck beard. Crazy shit. Hi, Tyler McVicker, passionate gamer. Team Fortress 2 is getting a Man vs. Machine update, but that Team Fortress 2 update has nothing to do with the state of HLX. It can, however, indicate that there are some people that are bored because HLX is at a point now where they're not really needed and they're just kind of in a holding period until the game is out and then they can start working on bug fixes and stuff. There's another thing I want to touch on. We made a video about a month ago about a code name that popped up in Source 2, right? Does everybody remember what this code name was? Anybody remember what this code name was? Anybody remember what the code name that was found? Anybody remember? That's right. The code name was TF. This was not some string that was misunderstood or misinterpreted or misrepresented. TF. What does that mean? What is TF? Well, TF is a Source 2 project. Since that video is confirmed, since that video came out, I was able to confirm that yes, there is a project. Yes, there is. Taco Turtle 64 with the new Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. So here's the thing, right? By the way, in that video, I was 17. I'm 28 now. And I've had kind of a difficult go at things. So I don't know. Like, the only thing that's really fallen apart is my hair. But that's more a nutrition thing than a balding thing, according to a doctor. So that's good. I have seen a doctor because people have been commenting a lot about baldness. And it hurt my feelings for a while. But then I went to a doctor about it. And then the doctor told me, bruh, you're really deficient on these two things. Take to supplement those, and then you'll be fine. Because it's not like the male pattern of how it's I don't know. Anywho, I've been trying to take better care of myself. I had pizza yesterday, though. TF, codename TF. That is a Source 2 project. I was able to confirm that there is a small team working on a project codenamed TF. That is a real thing. We did not misunderstand it. There is a Source 2 project codenamed TF. That's all we know, but it is truth. There is a Source 2 project in pre-production at Valve Software codenamed TF. That is known. That has nothing to do with this MVM thing. This MVM thing is not codenamed TF in any way, shape, or form. We don't know whom made am I saying that? We don't know who made the decision to actually push for something larger for Team Fortress. Do we know when they started? Around January. We don't know who at Valve was like, you know what, Team Fortress. But I can tell you that the vibe at Valve, and I've heard this from 3 different people, the vibe internally at Valve is very much like, I mean, I don't know, but like, you know, I mean, huh? I mean, you know, so I had said years ago that we will eventually hit a point where the people that experience the treadmill of Team Fortress experienced, like, the way that Robin Walker described it was the job that never ended, right? And that's one of the reasons why working on something like HLX is far more fulfilling, because there is a finish line, right? With making a Half-Life game, yes, it's incredibly difficult, and through that process, you're going to feel like nothing is working. But there's an end to it, right? Valve doesn't develop Half-Life Alyx anymore. But Team Fortress 2 came out when I was 10 years old. I am 28, and it's still not done. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of people who worked on the game at the time of the Orange Box, 2005, 2006, 2007. And then there's people at Valve right now, Robin Walker, for example, that worked on Team Fortress starting in 1996 and was working on a thing called Team Fortress 2 starting in 1997. And at that point, it was for Quake 2, and id Software was actually talking to them. There's an alternate reality where Robin Walker, John Cook, and the other guy got hired by id. That was a real possibility. Things would be very different. But whatever's happening now, and for the foreseeable future, is more than likely not at all involving the people that were a part of that 20-year treadmill, right? Because Team Fortress 2 started development at Valve Software in 1998. Team Fortress 2 got its final update in 2018. That is a 20-year treadmill. But 2018 was 7 years ago, right? And so enough time has passed that the feeling about the game, like all of the negativity about the development process of that game, is kind of faded away. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I can compare it to, hey, do you remember 2016 to 2020 and how everything was scary all the time and shit seemed like it was falling apart? And then you go through 4 years without 2016 to 2020, and then 2024 comes around and people are like, you know what? Eggs were cheaper back then. And you kind of just forget 2016 to 2020, you know what I mean? It's that. But for Team Fortress 2. It's a bunch of people, not a bunch, it's a handful of people. Like, I miss it. It would be cool. Why not? Yeah. You know? And then, hello? There's this culture shift. This is speculation, IGN, okay? I know you're writing this down, so just hold on. There's a culture shift in terms of average age, right? Well, not average age. Average age is usually the same. There's turnover, right? There's always people leaving. There's always people joining. And so within the last 8 years, you've had a lot of people join Valve that weren't around for the fucking Gold Rush update. What would you consider the peak? Actually, I need to know this, because what I consider a peak, you probably don't consider a peak. And I'm not going to say what I think the peak is, but I was around for like the entirety of Team Fortress 2. I started in 2009, so I missed about a year and a half. What, in your opinion, was the peak of the Team Fortress 2 update cycle? Where do you think, like, oh, it keeps getting better? What was the peak? And then I'll give mine. And I don't want a year. I want an update name. Two Cities, Gunmetal, MVM, Love and War, Jungle Inferno. No. Uber update, Gunmetal, Two Cities, Love and War. Okay. So like 2013 to 2015. It sounds like. 2012 to 2014. That was a long time ago. A lot of so for me, the peak is Gunmetal, but whatever. That was probably the most fun I had. I was working at that point. I was doing this job. Oh my God. I was doing Valve News Network at Gunmetal, during Gunmetal, right? I was doing Valve News Network during the Uber update. Oh my God. I was doing Valve News Network during the Uber update. I was doing Valve News Network during the Man vs. Machine lead up, and I made a video detailing all of the clues about what Man vs. Machine was going to be. Holy shit. I've been doing this oh my God. Started this channel in 2011, guys. Anyways, so there's a lot of people. Redacted Rachel, I respect you, so I'll answer the question again. It's more things are finishing up than things are in danger, as far as I understand. Don't fucking quote me as gospel. PC Gamer, I know you're here. Hi. Yeah, but Man vs. Machine had an ARG. So did the Pyromania update. And so did Gunmetal. Well, Gunmetal was more like where data mining started, in my opinion. That's where data mining really started in this community. Testing LOL on the Face Punch forums which I talk about all the time. Yeah, so there's a whole... I keep trying to make this point, and I can't. There's a whole bunch of people that are at Valve. Not a whole bunch. There's a good group of people that are at Valve because they grew up with Team Fortress 2. There are people at Valve who are only at Valve and are only in game development because of Team Fortress 2. Right? And they would probably have a really strong desire to work on that, to make that, right? But you can't just like, okay, let's rev up the engines, rev up those fryers, and get TF2 running again. That's such an old code base, and you can't just port that to Source 2, So what do you... Well, you try and build something original. And that's not me saying it's Team Fortress 3. Okay, PC Games N? Okay? I'm not saying... Valve doesn't even know if it's TF3, okay? That right now is just experiments. We know it's happening. We know people are interested. We know that there's excitement building. Ibune with the 34 months. Galunga. Exactly. Hello, thank you. Remember, Twitch Prime is free. If you have it, use it. Give me them Bezos bucks. So, what do? Well, you make a new game. Okay, well, where do you go with that? I don't know. That's up to Valve. But that's the state we're in, right? And it's really interesting because, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again. It will probably lead nowhere. I would say it's inevitable. The walls have been talking. The vibes have been shifting. Valve is not what they used to be, and this is a good thing. I've been around since Portal. I've been doing these types of things, videos and streams, since Portal 2, right? The lead up to Portal 2. That's where I started in the professional world. And so I have been around paying really, really, really close attention from the start of the beginning of the end, right? Portal 2 came out, and things started going downhill. It wasn't immediate. You still had some cool shit, 2012, 2013, 2014. A lot of fantastic TF2 updates, operations for CSGO. Dota 2 was killing it. And then you had like the community map up, the level builder for Portal 2, the Steam Workshop. Steam was going crazy. Things were good, right? But things were different. We weren't getting the industry-defining stuff. We were getting treading water kind of stuff. And it kept going downhill. Then you're in like 2017, nothing is happening, right? Jungle Inferno comes out, and then they disappear. 2018, nothing is happening. And it just, but then there's the rise, right? Half-Life Alyx comes out. Half-Life Alyx, I used to look at as they're back. That is not what it was. Half-Life Alyx was a test to see if they could improve from there. Half-Life Alyx is the starting point of their improvement, mental health journey. I don't know what to call it, right? But like, Half-Life Alyx came out as a test. Half-Life Alyx, they were not confident in the same way that they were confident in Half-Life 2 or the Orange Box, right? Because it was the first Half-Life game in 13 years. And it was VR only, so it had like a buy-in of like over $1,000. So they were terrified that we would hate it. They thought it was good. Like, they obviously thought, well, this is a great game for the platform, and, but will the fans that have been waiting this long and asking us questions over and over again be okay with this? HLA was Robin Walker, David Spayer, Dario Casali, Dave Riller, who are some other... I said Robin. Is John Cook still there? Like the old guys, trying to show the new guys, this is how we used to do do you think we can keep doing this? And by the time they finished Half-Life Alyx, the overwhelming majority of them went, this was fun. Let's do that again. And that was, John, maybe, I don't know. I don't follow all of them, right? I tried at one point and it just felt creepy. Not my job. The overwhelming majority of response from Valve themselves following the release of Half-Life Alyx, say like a year after, and I talk about this in the documentary that I put out, right? That 75-minute video about Half-Life 3. Everybody, even Gabe, was like, yo. Gabe didn't say yo. Gabe was like, dude, everybody's excited. There is momentum here. They immediately went back to work. Gabe said that in like 2021, and nobody really knew what that meant. There was a voice in my ear that was telling me they're gonna try, and I didn't believe it. I was hearing that it was meant to be what it was as early as 2021. But of course, when you're told that kind of stuff, you don't believe it initially, because people say that shit all the time. Here we are, right now. Well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when they tried to kill that twice? Well, now we're here. Right? Imperial Taco Live, thank you so much. So, we're in an environment now where we're in an environment. How do I put this? Because see, if this was years ago, I'd be like, cool, quote me, put me in an article. That's good for my channel. It's not good for my channel. It does nothing for my channel, and it can almost always hurt my fucking reputation because they misquote me or misrepresent me. So I'm trying to be very careful here. Okay. Half-Life Alyx was, I mean, they said as much in the final hours of Half-Life Alyx. They were trying to prove themselves that they could still do it. And they were trying to do that test in a less important environment. I don't know what the word for this would be. But like, okay, we're not going to do this test on Half-Life 3. Like, of course not. Let's do, it's a lower stakes situation. Let's make a prequel. Let's introduce some new, but you're not even playing as, you're playing as Alex. Because it's like lower, they're proving to themselves that they can do it. Does that make sense? With that context, what Half-Life Alyx is makes so much sense. Why they decided to make what they make makes perfect sense. It's to a smaller audience of people. It is not immediately consequential on its face to why VR, because it's a smaller audience and because people were interested in it at Valve at that time. It was a test for themselves. It was also a test to see if they could push the VR industry more towards enthusiast level by showing people like, look, this is what games look like if you run them off a computer and not a 7-year-old phone taped to your face. But it was a multifaceted project, but they won. They did it. They succeeded, right? Not only did they succeed, but they were able to tease what they wanted to do. I don't know why we all didn't just immediately take the ending as, oh shit. Fuck. Because in hindsight, this has nothing to do with Team Fortress anymore. We'll get there. In hindsight, if they weren't planning on doing that, they wouldn't have put it in. Because they already did that. They already did cliffhanger with no means of resolution. Because here's the secret. They weren't going to finish episode 3 even before episode 2 was out. They knew it. They knew. And they still put that cliffhanger in. 13 years later, they talk about all the lessons they learned and how they'll never do that again, and then they put another cliffhanger in. Come on, Gordon, we've got work to do. Right? It's been 5 years. It's been 5 years. That's a modern AAA development cycle. 5 years. In hindsight, it was exactly that. I had a moment of that, you promising a continuation of the thing, but a year later I calmed down and had the same doubts about HL3 because I was burnt before. Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. We've been burnt, but Valve was the one doing the burning, and they were the ones going through it. Because nobody at Valve wanted to have people wait 13 years. It was just they were victims of circumstance, they were victims of the choices that they made, and they were victims of personalities that were a bit too big. Right? So now, 5 years on, I want to show you something. Now, 5 years on, oh, you know what? I'll show you later. I'll show you. It won't fit here. Now, 5 years on, people are getting antsy internally, and they're working on other things. There are people at Valve that just want to keep working, but like, okay, my job is done on this project. Let's work on something else for now. And so now we have Team Fortress 2 doing something fucking crazy. We have TF Project in development. It's like, they're probably done. Or very, very close to done. And the thing is, like, I'm almost certain. You see that? IGN, you see that, like, the qualifying word I said before certain? You know, I said almost certain. It's interesting how I use those words and they're almost never used. You know, I said almost again. Those are almost always dropped when I'm quoted. It's weird. I am almost certain. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? I am almost certain. Oh, right. I am almost certain at this point it will be out of the blue. We will not expect it. There will not be preamble. And I'm telling you right now, if I get word it's imminent, I am not telling you. I am not ruining their surprise. They worked really hard for this. You know the meme of, if I win the lottery, I won't tell anybody, but there will be signs? That's a funny meme. Unrelated, but it's a funny meme. Hey, Shork. Favorite TF2 YouTuber is in the chat. So, if I had to predict a date, I wouldn't. If I had to predict a quarter, Q4, Q1 for an announcement. But then again, that's a guess. I could be wrong. So, not quite Apex.
T for 2.
T for 2. So, so that's my little spiel. It only took 45 minutes to get here. I love this company. Well, I love this company's output. I love this company's work. I don't love the company. I'm very lucky to have this job. I appreciate you letting me continue to have this job. It's a very good job. I wish it paid a little bit better, but hey, we'll get there. And I've been working more than half my life on what is the follow-up to Episode 2. Episode 2 came out in 2007. I played it for the first time in 2008. I have spent, so 2008, I was 11, I'm 28. half of 28 is 14. I have spent more than half my life wondering, searching, and explaining to people about the follow-up to episode 2. This is a half a lifelong mission. And so there's finality in it for me. And so I want to make sure that it's done right and respectfully, because in the same way that Half-Life Alyx appears to have been a test for Valve in many ways, but in no small terms, no uncertain terms, a test to see if they still had it, still had the spark, still had the magic, still had the ability to hit a finish line. They did. So too was Half-Life Alyx. Was a test for me to see what a launch cycle actually looks like, how to experience it, and I failed. I did terribly. I had everything in my corner, and I fucked it up. I did not know what I was doing. But then again, toss a 22-year-old in a live stream with 20,000 people and a quickly growing YouTube channel, and everybody's saying that you fuck it up. And so now, as a person with a fully formed frontal cortex and a lawn to take care of, and hopefully children soon, I want to make sure that I do this right, that I do it respectfully, and that we all have fun in this process. From now until the date, consider yourself within the hype cycle. But I don't think the date is anytime soon. I think it's very possible it comes out after GTA 6, but that's a guess, IGN. It's a guess. No one knows the date, okay? But it's happening. We know it's happening. It's a real fucking thing. It is an open secret in the industry. It's a real fucking thing. It's an any day now thing, but that any day now does not mean, oh, it's really close. It means it could be today, it could be next month, and it could be next year. But it's real, okay? They're playtesting it. It's real. So, and we're at the point now where enough work is done that people can start going, well, maybe I work on that, maybe I work on that, maybe we don't do, because we just did 2 really big games in a row, maybe we do some smaller stuff for a while to chill out before we do the next really big game, if we want to do another really big game. And my guess, by the way, if they do choose to do another really big game, Portal 3. Guess. That's a guess. And I would expect Fallout 5 to be out before Portal 3 is. So, but as for TF, that's kind of a smaller project, so, you know, whatever. I hope it's a new IP. I'd love to see Valve do a new IP, but I don't foresee that happening anytime soon because they have so many strings to tie up. So, because like the wilderness left a lot of people in the dark on things they love. So I don't foresee, I don't foresee them going to a new IP until they feel like they've done and dusted everything else. Portal 2 had a fantastic ending, but like maybe do another one. I'll have grandkids by the time that shit's out. Yeah, and plus, okay, John brings up HL_John Freeman in the chat brings up an excellent point. The TF project could very well end up being a new IP, and Deadlock's a new IP, but you guys are talking about a new single-player game. I understand that. You know, in the same way that from Team Fortress 1 to Team Fortress 2, it's like a kind of a new IP. This could end up being an entirely new thing. We don't know. G. Buck.
Looking forward to your future work, smiley face.
Yeah, thank you. So we're going to read the blog post. We're going to make a quick video about it live. But I want to talk a little bit about what this is. Because I've had some leads. I've gathered a few small leads. And I would love to make this video. Turtle Zero, 20 months. Wow, you're an old viewer.
Holy moly.
How long have you been here? Turtle Zero, I feel like you were around like when I was a teenager. There are great vibes going on at Valve right now. They've gotten a lot of people that left during the wilderness to come. Not a lot. They've gotten some people to come back that left during the wilderness because of the bad vibes. And it seems like everything's good vibes. What was Deadlock's code named? Citadel. At least 2016? Jesus Christ, I thought so. So, I've known you since at least 2013, 2014. I actually did a few live streams on Ustream. I don't think Ustream has VOD archives. I think those are absolutely gone. But in 2013, I did some live streams with my little brother Chris on Ustream. Do you guys remember Ustream? You remember doing Omegle? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was living at my mom's house. That was pre-2015. I've been doing this a long time. It's 2 a.m. here, so I got to go up. But if you randomly in Seattle in September and want to play Soldier in a live-action Meet the Medic short film, hit me up. Oh, my God, I would love to do that. But there's zero way I can do that. Shit, that would be so fucking cool. But it's Meet the Medic, right? So Meet the Medic live action would be... Are you going to be a father? No, I don't have money to just fly places. Owen, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you for the new Twitch Prime. Remember, Twitch Prime is free. Yeah, right now I'm at a point in my life where it's, let's get the loans paid off as quickly as possible. Let's get ahead of some things. And then let's save. That's the goal right now. I'm in that stage of my life. You know, right before having kids, you're trying to be like, okay, how quickly can I pay off the student loans? How quickly can I pay off, and then also, how quickly can I purchase the house and make sure that we're stable? And I'm in that stage of my life, right? And so just buying a plane ticket and going to Seattle is not really in the cards. Bright Sky 20 with 11 months. Thank you so much. There would be an army of soldiers. If you were close to Seattle, we might have a spot in our budget. We also set pay for the soldier extras. An army of... Oh, so it would be like... I wouldn't have a... You're not asking me to do that because I can do... because I can do the impression. I get what you're asking. I don't know. I'll try. It's the bit where they're on the hill and they're coming up the hill and they die. I see what you're saying. Because I was like, does the soldier talk and Meet the Medic? Yeah, if I'm just an extra, I'm not spending the money, man. I'm sorry. But like Hugo really, really, really wants me to go to QuakeCon. I can't afford to do that, man. Like, for 3 years, Hugo Martin, game director of Doom Eternal, game director of the game studio director of Hugo Martin is like, yo, please, can you come out? We'll get dinner, we'll hang out. I'm like, I so want to do that. I can't. I'm sorry. And and it's just irresponsible because it's like, if I make the money, like, oh, donations, okay, but I could also raise donations to put into savings and be more stable, So, yo, Sterling FM, 37 months. How you doing, bro?
Woo.
Woo to you too. So, I want to talk about this. So if you remember, I put out a video, I think beginning of April. I mean, whatever ends up happening with QuakeCon this year, Hugo is still on vacation right now, so I'm waiting for him to come back home. He calls me when there was like a 3-week period after the launch of Dark Ages where I woke up every morning to a missed call from Hugo. And then I'd call him back. He's like, hey, man, I'm in a meeting. I'll call you back. Click. He's amazing. I fucking love that man. And then sometimes I'll get a call. There have been 3 separate times where I go to my favorite grocery store. I have a favorite grocery store. You know how everybody has a favorite grocery store? There's one grocery store I love. It's like 11 o'clock. Grocery store closes at 12. Beware of the dog, I think.
Ray Aljalord gifted a tier 1 sub to Beware of K-Dog.
Hey, thank you. So, like, there have been 3 different times I have been in the grocery store picking up my wife some snacks or something, or like alcohol or something. You know how you make late night runs to grocery? Remember when grocery stores used to be 24 hours? Good times. 3 different times I've been at my favorite grocery store, just walking around in the aisles mindlessly, holding food with my AirPod in, talking to Hugo about the balance of Doom in the Dark Ages. Oh, fuck. I love that, man. And, you know, it's all because, like, I'm at the grocery store at the same time he's driving home. So I'm coming through his freaking speakers, and I'm, like, got my AirPods in, and we're going back and forth. Oh, man. He's great. And, like, Reno makes a very good point. It's kind of a business expense. Like, if you go there, you can network, and you're absolutely right. I'll see what I can do. I really, really want to go. I'm terrified of travel, first of all, but I need to suck that up. You know, and I can't confirm or deny what I'm currently working on, but there was a project that got canceled, and it's back. I did an interview 2 weeks ago, I think, and it's not edited because I took a break and I need to get back in the swing of things. It was scheduled to be 50 minutes. It was with Hugo Martin and Marty Stratton. I recorded it 2 weeks ago. And as far as I could tell, they had such a good time with the interview that they did that Quentin Tarantino thing with that one video where the guy brings the film canister and he's like, this is the Kill Bill trailer. And he's like, this doesn't count as a time. And they start nerding out. That happened. We were scheduled for 50 minutes. And then we ended up going for like an hour and a half. And then I get a call from Hugo like, dude, that was awesome. That was great. Dude, that's going to be such a good video. And then the next day I'm at the gym. And there's been like 5 times he's called me. And I'm like I'm doing cardio at the gym. I have my AirPods in going, yeah, okay. And he told me like, hey, we're going to do that video idea you had a couple of years ago. And I'm like, what? Okay. And the only reason that any of that is possible is because like 4 years ago, I took a song from home and went, I wish Hugo Martin was my dad. Hugo Martin was my dad. I remember I was getting like kind of some like really hard criticism after that video because people were like, dude, that was a great video, but that ending bit was cringe as shit. I'm like, no, I think I'm going to get his attention. I was right. But no, like, you know, business and capitalism and being managers and in charge of people and everybody has problems. Hugo is the only developer. Well, no, there's one other developer who's like this, but he is the only developer that I've spoken with that every time he talks about something that's in a game that he worked on, he won't just like go, yeah, we made this. He will go, yes, these specific people made this thing. This guy's great. This guy, and he knows every single person's name. He knows what everybody did. And anytime he ever talks about anything, he's constantly giving the proper credit to the people who made the thing. That is so fucking cool. The Train Doctor.
Love
28
YA
months.
Tyler.
The only other person that's like that is Pavel Sasko from CD Projekt Red, who is currently, I think, co-directing Project Orion. And it's just like, the older, like, I used to think that the older I got, the less I would care about video games and the worse that the industry would go and things like that. I don't think he would be able to name every single person in the credits off the top of his head. Is that why Pavel doesn't stream anymore? I think so, yeah. But, like, I'm so excited about games. like, you know, we just got Doom Dark Ages, loved it. You know, there's going to be DLC, there's going to be updates and stuff, which, by the way, if anybody from Microsoft is listening, he doesn't tell me unreleased shit. He's never... We've been friends for years, and I didn't know it was called Doom the Dark Ages until I was in, like a press stream thing. He doesn't spill the beans ever, and I'm an expert of getting people to spill the beans. So, just putting that out there. No, exactly. Games are coming back to the charm of, oh, let's go, and not, oh, great, another yearly slop game. Sterling $10. Thank you.
Yo Tyler,
Yo.
don't mean to plug. Just actually YAC the Grey Newell
saw it.
model. Glad you're doing well.
Dude, you kick
I'm very
ass.
happy to see it. You deserve it.
Thank you. No, you kick it. Like, obviously, when you made the Combine Horse and the fucking Cremator, I was like, this is the best modeler I've ever met. I love this. But then, yeah, you made the Nihilinth, and I was like, holy shit. I don't know if you would work in the culture of Valve software, because it's not just are you good, it's are you good with others, and are you good at kind of figuring out social cues and shit. But, like, you gotta work at Valve, man. No, so, but, like, Cyberpunk 2 is gonna come out one day, you know? And, like, it's just the fact that it's, like, there are companies that are just trying to put together dream teams and make good games. Cyberpunk 2 is one of those teams. Witcher 4 is one of those teams. CDPR, I fucking love their games, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm getting so off track. I'm just so excited about games lately. Like, I've been playing the shit out of Persona lately. I'm not going to start talking about Persona again. Don't worry. I've been playing the shit out of the Persona 3 Reload. Still playing it. I think I'm in November now. That's amazing. That's such a good fucking game, and I'm so excited to finish this game so that I can start playing Persona 5, because I only got like 10 hours into Persona 5 already, and I want to play that, and then I really, really, really want to play Persona 5 Strikers. I don't know about Persona 5 Tactica, but Persona 5 Strikers looks great because I loved Dynasty Warriors when I was a kid. And it looks like it's actually kind of complex, and there's still social stuff, and... oh, man. And they're remaking 4? 4 was the first one I played on the PS Vita. That was such a good game. There's so many good games. There's so many good games that it's just like, I don't understand why we have to fucking focus on the bad shit. Mind's Eye was bad. Okay, move on. There's so many other good games. Like, what the fuck? Inzoi is fun, super promising. EA has competition, and now they understand they have competition, and so they finally made the Fairies pack. Not for me, but hugely anticipated by the community. The reason why most people can't attribute certain aspects to specific individuals and companies is because a bunch of different people all add specific features as part of the game. Even some people can add things without other people knowing about it. You can't really credit any part of the game to a single person. Games are fragmented, and one person made one thing. That's exactly true. Yeah. And now, Team Fortress is fucking back. I was so, like, down on Team Fortress for years, partially because the community is ass, and has calmed down a bit, but continues to be. But here's the thing, right? They announced they're going to do MVM. Octo Blitz TV with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. 2 years ago, that would have never fucking happened. Updating MVM is far more complicated than updating the base game in a few ways, okay? I used to talk to I still talk to Mastercoms, but I was like, you know, Master Config and all that? That's Mastercoms. Programming wizard. Genius. She's awesome. There was a conversation I had one day with Mastercoms where I listed out all of the things that could be updated for Team Fortress 2, and it's like, what do you genuinely think is possible? MVM was in the no part of the list. And here we are. What the fuck? This is a bigger deal, not because of the content we're getting, but because of the precedent that it is setting. The blog post was written in the silly way. They're promising two things. MVM was almost all Matt Booth, right, in the beginning. If you look at the leaked maps and stuff, yeah, when it was like raid mode and yes. Like, if they're doing new MVM campaigns, that means they have to add new rewards. If they add new rewards, they have to add a fucking reskin for the first time. That was never going to happen. In my head, there is such a low chance that they introduce new campaigns for a game mode that people have grinded to death over 13 years. It came out 2012, right? Oh boy. And not have a new reward. Do I think it'll just be community maps or campaigns? Girl. They're not going to release MVM content without new rewards to earn through the MVM content. They haven't confirmed that. That's not a leak. I haven't heard that from a source. But there is, in my mind, there is such a small chance of them being like, yeah, here's some maps. Because it's like, do you know what I mean? Because you make the money, like MVM. Oh my God, my brain is going too fast. MVM is a huge moneymaker because of surplus tickets and because of Tour of Duty tickets. If they want this update, which will take more effort than the average just throw stuff into the game, then they need to be able to produce some profit from it to prove that that work was worth it. That's how Valve works. They have canceled projects because it will make $0 billions of dollars. This obviously isn't going to, but like, you can't just have a base MVM map. You need a mission. You need to take the map, and then you need to do missions in them, and then those missions need to be in an order. MVM is more complicated than just throwing a King of the Hill map and some hats in there. So, like, if you want to make it worthwhile for people, then you have to add some worthwhile rewards. This is nuts. This is fucking, like, I was mowing, obviously, and so I have a deal with some of the people in my life, in my online professional life. There are a handful of people who have my phone number. I won't even name all of them. There's a handful of people that have I don't want you to say you have it. If you're in the chat or watching, do not identify yourself as a person who has my phone number. But there are a few people whom I trust that have my phone number. And they can text me, and sometimes they do, but I have a rule that you can only call me if there is an emergency. And by emergency, I mean something like this. And so I get a phone call about this shit, and I didn't even, like, truly, like, absorb it at first. I just kept mowing. Like, I just turned the mower off, turned the thing off, answered the phone. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I posted, like, I'm trying to do just let me alone. I did, like, a little joke on Discord. And I kept going. And I was mowing for another, like, 2 hours. And the whole time I was just, like, thinking about it. And the more I thought about it, I was just like, this is a bigger deal than it seems. Because MVM requires more developer input. Thank you for the text. MVM requires more developer input Hugo just texted me. I love you, man. It requires more dev input than just the standard tri-yearly hats, taunts, unusual effects maps just pulled from the workshop. And anybody that develops an MVM knows, yeah, it's a little more complicated. And they're going to do it for both summer and Halloween. I am guessing Q4, Q1 for an announcement release. I don't know the dates. No one knows the dates. Don't quote me on the dates. I'm Tyler McVicker, the passionate, ugly idiot gamer. I'm just riffing. If I had a date or a timeline, it will be in a video. No one outside of Valve Software knows release dates or timelines. I am guessing any time I am saying a release date or a quarter or anything like that. That is a guess. Okay. Hold on. Now my mom's texting me. Give me a second. What? Okay. What was I talking about? I don't know what I'm on today. Oh, MVM. Yeah. So I don't think that this represents like Jungle Inferno coming back. Absolutely not. But this is like some kind of in between. Right? This is like some kind of middle ground that we've not seen. Because this kind of thing requires more dev input. This kind of thing requires more Valve hands to be on it. Which means there's at least one more person helping with this than usual. Because some projects got close to completion and now time has been made a bit more available. The TF2 community has caused some drama with you. TF2 community is the reason I'm losing my hair. Yes. So, I wouldn't say Golden Age of Valve. Golden Age of Valve was 98 to 2011. 98 to 2007. Bing, boing, bonk.
Atlas is on such a good run right now.
I know.
You should try Metaphor and SMTVV when you get the chance.
No, so here's the thing. Cola Canine.
Money for your dinner date with where does the Deckard stand in modern day Valve?
Okay, this isn't letting off steam. I'm not going to talk about the Deckard. I will say this. It's an entirely separate team that most people don't really see as important. We'll talk about that letting off steam. End of the month. Thank you for the donation. As for Bing Bong Bonk, Atlas is on a very good run. I would love to have Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Metaphor. But again, those are $70 each plus DLC, and I can't justify that. Do you know what I mean? I'm either going to wait for a sale a few years from now or just not play them. I am curious. I don't want this to turn into a huge Atlas conversation. I might one day make a Persona 6 wear video, but that's a whole other thing. I did write an intro for one, just cuz. Metaphor's on Game Pass? How do you play that on the Steam Deck? Can you do Steam Deck Game Pass easy? Because I play on Steam, all of these are on Steam Deck. Is Metaphor is it good? Is it like Persona? I'm afraid to try Shin Megami Tensei because it seems far more intimidating. But as for Metaphor, as a Persona fan who has put at least 10 hours in 3, 4, and 5, is it I know it's got to be slightly different, but is it as good? I guess I'm asking. Because Persona, part of the reason I love it so much is it's so fucking stylish and slick and fun and upbeat, and then it hits you in the gut and then it's upbeat again. Is it like that? Is it still? I know it's going to be a slightly different vibe because it's like fantasy ancient stuff, But I mean, in this household, we're big fans of fantasy period pieces. So, damn. And I haven't played. There's so many good games. No, I haven't played Expedition 33 yet. I'm playing Persona 3 Reload right now, and I did get the Answer DLC. Don't tell anybody. I am gonna play the Answer because I don't get the hate for Tartarus. I really, really, really like dungeon crawling through Tartarus. Here's a complaint for people that only played Persona 3 Reload will get. Hey, Yuki, iTitanium _.
Hey Tyler, I know this is unrelated, but my friends are saying Coldplay is bad and not influential. What can I say to convince them?
You can tell them that you'll lick their anus for them if they're down, and then they'll be cool with it. I'll answer the question seriously in a bit. This is Yukine. Hey Yukine. Yes, there's treasure. Yes, that's treasure. Yes, that treasure chest looks a bit different than the normal ones. We're on floor 130. Stop telling me, is that treasure? Stop it. I see it. Yes, I know there's treasure. We've been in Tartarus for like months. We get it. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about, or am I alone in this crazy little thing? Yukine, is her name Yukine or Takeba? It's Takeba, excuse me. Is that treasure? Yes, it's... Shut up. Yes, it is. What is he yapping about? We need to ban that word. I will say, so like the characters talk, you build relationships, that's the whole point is relationships. Characters talk to each other. I don't know if I told this story or not, but the game called me out. There's a bunch of characters you can take into the dungeons with you, but you can only bring 3 at a time. And I brought the 3 women with me. Now, one of the women is a robot, but I brought the 3 women with me. And, yeah, the game called me out for trying to create a harem. And then all of the girls started judging me and, like, going, what the fuck? Really? Ulterior motive guy over here? And I was like, holy shit. And so I switched out the robot for the dog, and that's what I play. But no, like, the fact they called that out, I was like, oh, this is the best game ever made. Holy shit, okay. No, the dog's the best character in the game. There's a dog, there's a girl robot, there's Elon Musk's daughter, there's, what else? And then there's a guy whom is very insecure, and then there's a guy who likes to punch stuff, and then there's a little boy, and then there's the villain. This game is so fucking crazy. Junpei is not the best character. Maybe when Vic Mignogna voiced him in the original, which I haven't played, but because like I have such an attachment to Edward Elric, and I know the guy has problems, and there's all that shit. But if I heard Edward Elric's voice on this Junpei's voice, I probably would have became more attached. But yeah, Vic is a sex pest, and there's all that unfortunate shit with there. Doesn't change the fact Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the best television shows ever fucking made, and the English dub is perfect. Such a good fucking... I need to rewatch that show soon. Anybody else think that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood kind of transcends like the anime thing? Like it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It might be anime. I don't know what it is. It's perfect. I need to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender again. Wasn't the stuff... I don't want to get into it. I don't know about it. I like Edward Elric. I like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I also like Star Trek a lot. And he did have a hand in a really cool community Star Trek project. What's wrong with anime? No, it just has like a what am I talking about? It has like a stigma in most people's minds. And that stigma exists. It's real. Like, it's absolutely real in most cases. It's like, oh, she's 800. Right. Okay. No, we don't have to go to the bathhouse again. Right. Okay. This one's 1,200 years old? Okay. Right? Oh, and that's your stepsister? Cool. Yeah. The Nubs PT.
Here, another fiver for your romantic dinner date with Hugo.
Thank you so much. But yeah, Full Metal there's a few animes that transcend the anime stigma and should just be seen as some of the best television ever made. Attack on Titan is one of them, and then Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the other. It's that fucking... I need to rewatch that. So fucking good. Here's the thing. I haven't watched Evangelion. And I probably never will. I know I will love it, but I also know I'm a sensitive little boy who can easily spiral. And I have been warned by people I trust. Don't. And I don't want to know why, and I don't want to have spoilers. Look, I can't, okay? Because there was another So here's a fun tidbit about me. I only got into anime so that my girlfriend would like me more. True story. When I first started dating Electra, my wife, she's in there. I'm married. And I know people hate it when I say that. Fuck you, I'm married and I'm happy. She has a brother who's a weeb. And she grew up, because she's the younger sister, she grew up watching what the older brother, Evil Tyler, was watching. And that was Toonami. And Dragon Ball DVDs and Inuyasha DVDs. That was her childhood, right? And so I never watched anime. I actually wasn't allowed to. I have a very religious mother who was very paranoid about everything. And I wasn't allowed to interact with the Pokemon franchise until I was 11, because she thought the devil was part, because it's teaching evolution and all that. And so anime was kind of roped into that in my house, and so I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter. I was never a part of the Harry Potter thing, because that was the devil. I wasn't allowed Guitar Hero because that was the devil. That was my upbringing. My mother was the personification of satanic panic. So I didn't get to really experience any of that. And so when I started dating my wife when I was 14, I had an iPad. One of the first, I've always been a big fucking nerd. And when I was really 9, 10, 11, I used to watch all of the WWDC streams just because I like how Steve Jobs speaks. He's, in hindsight, a horrible human being, but I was obsessed with how he held himself and presented things and made the mundane seem exciting when I was younger, and that kind of influenced how I speak. And so I was all about the iPad as soon as it was announced. And so I got one in 2011. And so I'm dating my wife. Okay, true story. I really am interested in Steve Jobs as a person, but I know he's a demon. I really recommend reading Lisa Jobs's book. It's a fantastic book. Your opinion of Steve will change. He was a great messenger. He's a great speaker. Yeah, so I had an iPad. So I remember, I was, and oh my God, the Michael Fassbender movie, I've seen 8 times. I fucking love that movie. The guy they got to play Andy Hertzfeld, holy shit. And then, what's her name? The actress who's incredible with accents, she nailed it. Everybody nailed it in that movie, and that movie fucking flopped. That movie was perfect. If you haven't seen the Michael Fassbender Steve Jobs movie, I'm seriously, watch it. Even if you don't give a shit. That movie is fantastic. They went so far as to film on different types of mediums, like 16 millimeter, 32 millimeter digital for each. So cool. Anywho, what am I trying to talk about? I didn't do drugs. I swear to God. Oh my God, I have to tell you about this. I was almost friends with Steve Wozniak. And I've had opportunities to rekindle that, and I just didn't because I thought it was too much. So, true story. Steve Wozniak, was acquaintances with my grandmother. Because one of my grandmother's friends dated Steve Wozniak in the 80s or the 70s or something like that. I have so much of his shit, like VHS tapes he recorded of like private events that he held. I have some of his Christmas cards. I have and because he just sent me this stuff. He sent me his business card. I own that metal business card that he uses, and he wrote my name on the thing. So I've always been like this techie shit guy. Like I've always been this. I have always been this. When I got diagnosed, my mom said that's impossible, but every other person in my life was like, yeah, you didn't know that yet? I can't archive those VHS. That's a no-go. But no, so my grandmother got in contact with him, and then he sent me his book, I Was, and I read that in like 2 days. And then this true story, I am 12. I'm mowing, not joking. I was on the lawnmower mowing my parents' backyard because that used to be my job. And my mom runs outside and is like waving her arms. I turn the mower off. What the fuck's happening? Steve Wozniak's on the phone. What? Hello? 55-minute conversation. As an adult, I have realized that conversation is what put me on the path to do what I wanted to do in life. I didn't fully appreciate what that conversation was at the time, because he was like, hey, you have an iPhone? I wasn't allowed cell phones. I wasn't allowed any of that shit. And so I was like, I really like face-to-face conversation because that's what I was taught. In hindsight, shouldn't have said that. He was probably going to send me an iPhone. Whatever. But we talked for a while. I had questions about his book, like the blue boxes and the things that they used to do, what is it called, freaking on the payphones and stuff. I asked him if he had an Apple One. I asked him, what does he think about the prices of things that he's made? Like, what's it like to have things that you made that are so valuable? What's it like being considered a living legend and stuff. And then I asked him about how to deal with girls. I'm not joking. I was 12. I had a crush on a girl, and I asked Steve Wozniak how to approach it. I was 12. That's true. Oh my God. I got to dig through my shit to find this. I don't know. I own too much shit, but I do have a bunch of his stuff just around. Actually, I think it's at my mom's house because she cleaned out my room and just put it in a big Tupperware thing. Did he give good advice? So this was 13. Oh my God, no, way more than that. I don't know how long ago this was, but I don't remember everything. I remember I missed out on an iPhone. back when that was like brand new. Because this would have been 2008. And we had correspondence back and forth for a little bit. He gave me his email and his personal email, and we emailed back and forth for a little bit. But then I was a kid and didn't keep up with it, and I haven't spoken to him since. But that weird encounter is what inspired me to not do what my parents were trying to force me into, which was to be an oncologist. True story. I don't talk about my childhood very much, but they wanted me to be an oncologist. And they used to tell it's a whole thing. So he didn't directly tell me, like, do what you love to do, but like through his story, like his backstory and all that, and talking to him, I was like, you know what, fuck that. I'm going to do something about, like, I don't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to be in radio, and I knew I wanted to work in video games. Hey guys! Yeah. Yep. This is not at all what I expected this stream to be, but hey, some of you are still here. I'll tell you one other interesting story. I have every single Christmas card Ed O'Neill has sent out since 1985, since Married with Children started. I also have like 8 signed Ed O'Neill headshots. Does anybody know who that is? Or is everybody too young to know? Anybody seen Modern Family? This is my favorite story about my family. Okay, I'll just pull up a picture of the guy. Guess who can't afford therapy, so does this instead. Yeah, let's put him next to Sofia Vergara, and you'll probably recognize him. This guy. This guy. You know? Ed O'Neill? Ed O'Neill? Ed O'Neill? Ed O'Neill? We got Ted Bundy early. Not Ted Bundy. Al Bundy. Ted Bundy. Remember this guy? That guy? Sitcom guy? Yeah. Okay. So, he's from where I'm from. He's from Northeast Ohio. I don't live around here, and I don't live around there anymore, but, you know, that's where I'm from. And my grandfather was a psychologist, a very, very, very a very highly respected one in this area. You know, he worked really hard for mentally handicapped individual rights, and he was, honest to God, the best human being that's ever walked this earth, in my opinion. And he passed away in 2007. Anywho, he was also my best and only friend, and was the person who introduced me to video games and the computer and the Beatles and Tom and Jerry and cartoons in general, and was the best part of my life until he passed in 2007. Anywho, he was a psychologist. He was private practice psychologist, and in the mid 80s or something, he gets a call from an up and coming actor whom really needs help because he has this audition coming up, but he is petrified to fly, and he doesn't think he's going to be able to do it, and he thinks he's just going to stay home. What does he do? And so my grandfather, over the phone and through some personal face-to-face cognitive behavioral therapy, was able to help this person face their fear and get on an airplane. That was Ed O'Neill, and that was Married with Children. My grandfather was a fucking beast. Like, what a... Oh, my God. My mom talked to him like a month ago, I think. Yeah. So if you ever want to know why I am the way I am, Pop Pop, man. I love that. I miss him so much. And he died when I was 10. Pop Pop. Oh, God. Okay, so... Yeah, those are my two... I mean, I have a whole bunch of other crazy fucking stories. Like, part of my family was in the mob, and, you know, that was wild to learn about. And, some other stuff I don't think I'm legally allowed to talk about. But, like, you know, talking about anime, what the fuck is this stream? What happened? Where am I? Blaster2466. You know, I still haven't talked about this. I could honestly sit here and tell stupid stories that would make you be like, what the fuck is your life? And there's one going on right now that I cannot wait to make a video about, like a true crime type video about. I cannot wait to talk about it. Can't yet, legally can't, but there's a story that I'm currently experiencing. It's not an NDA. Nope. So I'm not an industry plant. What the fuck? Okay. Sorry, I just had to adjust my ball sack. Any other guys adjust their ball sack so that they can sit more comfortably? Let's see. It's show of hands for those that adjust their ball sack so they can sit more comfortably. Lump check every month. My mom calls me out on it. That's stupid. What are you gonna do? Just what are you gonna do? Just crush him? Fuck that. My best friend Garrett taught me once. You don't scratch. You're gonna hurt yourself that way. You pinch and you roll. That's the wisest thing I've ever learned. Pinch and roll. You don't scratch. You don't scratch. You can hurt yourself. You pinch and roll. Anywho. So, you know, it's hard to believe, but not all of us are men, you know. Well, okay. Well, men like to pinch and roll. That's all I'm saying. There's 200 bits, I think. We must collect money. Thank you. Okay, so I'm raising money. Okay, so I made a really long video. It's my favorite video I've ever made. I'm incredibly proud of it. It's the history of Half-Life 3 from the public perspective. It's got like 250, 230,000 views. I really like this video. I would love to make 4 more. I have 3 big ones and a mini one. And then the F-Stop documentary, which will be a whole other thing. We keep getting new information about F-Stop, so it keeps fucking that up. So, I have 3 big follow-ups. What the hell was Half-Life 2 episode... What even was Half-Life 2 episode 3? And I want it to be a mechanical deep dive on all of the new gameplay elements that they were planning for episode 3, explained in the most detailed and best way possible according to information that is available publicly and what I'm capable of extrapolating based on my 15 years of doing this job. And I've gotten some good sources. I've been asking around, been trying to just get answers to questions. I'm not collecting stolen data like source code or maps or any assets like that. It's not like that. I don't do that. But I'm trying to get questions. I'm trying to answer questions like, what the fuck was the weaponizer? What was the weaponizer? You know? And I think I have an understanding of it now after like 3 weeks of asking around. And so I'd love to make this video, but the problem is a video like that would take at least 2.5 weeks to produce. And that's crunching. So when I made the 70-minute video, that took me only 2 weeks to create. From the time I started outlining to the time the video was rendered and finished, it took 2 weeks. But that was 2 weeks pulling crazy hours, like non-stop work crazy hours. And I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, and I knew what I was getting into, but it took forever. It didn't take forever, but it was a lot of work. And I really thought, because you always hear that the meta on YouTube are those long essays, I really thought that that video would make more money than my average video in terms of AdSense revenue. No, it made the same as a video that I could make in 2 hours. The amount of time that goes into something does not represent the output. And this is my job. This is how I make a living. And as I said, I'm trying to save to have kids. So I want to make more of these types of videos, but I can't make it my main thing for a long time. Was the RPM wasn't higher? The CPM was not higher. Actually, the CPM was slightly lower. So I don't know. It seems like everybody loved that video, and everybody would love to see more of that kind of content, and I'd love to make more of that kind of content. $10. Thank you so much. $2.
Here's
That's
some
awesome.
early revenue for your EP3 video.
Yeah, so thank you. So what I'm trying to do is just make enough money, like the kind of money that I expected the video to make, right? That's not a lot for 2 weeks of work, but if it had made this much, I would have been happy. It didn't even make this much. A 70-minute video that took me 2 weeks, the AdSense revenue was not that. So I'm trying to make sure that I have some money put aside so that it can go in, we're fine. Even if this video doesn't make AdSense, I can still make it, and we just power through it. So, $1 billion just subscribed. Thank you so much.
Captus Zero for gifted a tier 1 sub to $1 billion. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
So, Lambda Pyro, $10.
Please keep making the documentaries. Is there a deadline for the goal? Also, boys, take out the trash.
So, is there a deadline for the goal? I don't want to say that there is, but there should be. I'm gonna be trying and stream a lot this week, so I'm gonna say Saturday. We'll call Saturday the deadline. If we don't hit it, then I'm just not gonna be able to make this video, because whatever. So yeah, and then people are like, well, why don't you just chop it up into pieces and put those out? Because that sucks. I'm not trying to like. Everybody always tells you to game the algorithm. You gotta do tricks. You gotta do these fucking tricks so that you can psychologically manipulate your audience into do. No, just watch my video. I made a video. Do you want to watch it? Thank you. I really liked making this. Thank you. Fuck that, man. I'll take sponsors. I'm not gonna try and manipulate through like the weird algorithmic tactics that people always talk about. I'm fine with doing like switching the thumbnail or changing the title of the video a little bit, but like taking a video that's supposed to be one thing that you watch from end to end and just go 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I hate that. I would hate that. Oh yeah, so if you have YouTube Premium, that every watch, every view that I get on YouTube Premium actually pays more than if you're a person who doesn't use AdBlock. That's true. I watched it 2 times. I listened to oh man, thank you so much. Yeah. So, the first video would be what the hell was episode 3 even? and it goes through mechanically what episode 3 was. I'm trying to figure out like locale and story and maps. Probably impossible, but you know, whatever. I'm gonna try my best, and it's gonna be the best damn video about episode 3 that's out there. Period. I guarantee it. Redacted Rachel, $3.
Thank you for answering my HL questions and stuff.
No problem. So, Titanium, I'll answer your Coldplay question in a minute. Put a donation bar on the screen. It's right there. So, yeah. The second video would be what is Lost Boy A 79.99? What is that? A 79.99. Okay, so 80 Australian to USD. It's $50. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I'll add it to this later, but super chats aren't automatic, and I'm not just gonna. I'll keep track of it. I'll put it in the thing after the stream. I tried to figure out if there's a way to have super chats and Streamlabs donations interact like this. As far as I know, no. So if they're from, it's. So I have to do it by hand, and I'll do that after the stream. Thank you so much. So the second video is Half-Life 3 2013, which was their first real hardcore attempt at making Half-Life 3. And we have a lot of information through reverse engineering and data mining about what that was going to be. And then I want to make a video about Margarita. Not going to say what that is. If you know what it is, good for you. Want to make a video about Margarita because I have possible lead on new Margarita information. And then HLX, the big mechanical HLX video, which is effectively taking the Miro board that my Discord made, which is amazing, and turning it into a video, which I've already attempted to record the audio for. If I went through the whole thing, it would be about a 2.5 hour long video. So I have to figure out how to cut it in places. We'll get there. Yeah, Margarita is a pretty unknown prototype test thing. I rewatched the interview one. Which one's the interview one? Yeah, Margarita was a direct design experiment allegedly used for episode 3. I don't think it was. Because the timeline doesn't line up. Most of the episode 3 mechanical stuff was made in like 2006, 2007. It's the whole thing where Combine soldiers have upgrade packs, correct? Yes. Yes. And I do know episode 3's maps were more than just like proto tests and stuff. They had to be incredibly basic, but there was some sketches of a campaign made. There had to have been. And I'm trying to find some evidence of what that would have been. That's my current job. And it's like, I'm going to do the research either way because research is my favorite thing. But actually making the video takes a very long time. So I have to hit the dono goal so that I know, like, okay, even if the video doesn't make anything, I still have this money that people want that proves that people want to see this video. Put that in savings, and then I can make the video. Do you know what I mean? I'm just trying to justify the development time of a video that long because it will not make enough to support its development time. So, okay. Man, I'm in some kind of mood today. I don't know what's going on. Excuse me. How do I donate? Oh, I should say how to donate. Exclamation point tip in the chat. Exclamation point tip. Exclamation point donate in the chat. You just donate through there. You can also donate music. We're going to play some TF2, get some footage for the video. Adderall? I do not take Adderall. I've never taken Adderall. Try to donate card.client. Don't worry about it. I appreciate this. I appreciate the want to support. I appreciate that. Thank you. What about the Alex mod with Jungle Train and Combine Jetpack? Yeah, that's the GoldenEye mod. What happened there? No comment. No comment. Don't want to get into that. Just hopped in. What's the news, Mr. Passionate Gamer? Well, I'm going to turn on Team Fortress 2. And can I close out of this? Put this over here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to play TF2. I'd like to ban the use of nothing ever happens in this chat. Is it possible for mods to do that? Good Lord. Must have been a while since I've turned TF2 on, huh? Ow. And here we are. Why is it in full screen? $3 Sterling. Thanks so much. We're going to turn the music on here in a minute. And we are going to record some footage because we have to make a TF2. We have to make a TF2 video today, which is wild. Nothing ever happens. People need to just go away. Go live in a cave or something where nothing actually ever happens. Except stuff happens. Bats are going to, like, have babies and stuff. And that's something. All right. Well, I'm feeling a kind of way, so... $5 from Thompson, thanks so much. Game Windows says Half-Life Extend. Oh my god, yes it does. It's gonna stay that way. Yo, Lambda Pyro, $5.
Another 5 for the documentary.
Yeah.
Also enjoy the tunes, Tyler.
Thank you so much. We're gonna be playing some TF2 for a while. Exclamation point tip in the chat. $3 lets you donate a song up to 6 minutes in length. We'll listen to it as a group. That wasn't getting any lighter. Alright, let's make sure we don't record a demo. I don't know why it does that automatically. $20?
You should add more tags to your videos, dingus. Also digitize your VHS tapes and make sure to tell Hugo you love him.
So yeah, those VHS tapes are digitized, but there's no way in hell I'm gonna, like, really, no, absolutely not. Alright, we're not gonna, I haven't played in a while. We're gonna warm up here for a couple rounds, and we're gonna turn the music on. This first song was donated by Corncube last stream.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
Okay, I need to turn the chat off. Hold on. What is the chat command to turn the chat off? Can someone tell me the console command to turn the chat off? Damn it. So that was the first song. This next song was donated by Aether the Two Man. Not CL Draw HUD. There's a different one. HUD say text time. That's right. Isn't this Cold Ones? Didn't Cold Ones do this? Lock in. God damn it. Damn it. can. That was dumb. Why'd I do that? How much money for you to play Spy? $50. I fucking hate playing Spy. How is the audio levels, by the way? Because I can't hear myself speak. I should adjust the thing. Sorry, fuck you. Oh. Dope. Music's a little loud. All right, this next song was donated by Bing Bong Boing. Feels like a spy. Oh shit. Oh fuck. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yep. Also make sure to specify the margarita was specifically made to explore the AI more instead of using state machines on the actual pseudo-smart AI. Okay. How would I be able to visually demonstrate that, though? $10, Cackfin. Thanks so much.
Yo, is it the real Tyler McVicker?
Oh, fuck.
TFT update confirmed.
Are you boys ready to die for Israel?
Yeah.
Think of ChatGPT, but dumber. Wait, they were using neural nets for... That's what that was? If they behave, then it's fine. But if they start saying, like, you know, TF2 shit. Margarita was machine learning. $10 from Silly Dilly. Thanks for your work. Thank you so much. This song rocks. What the hell is this? Metamorphosis by Takeru Ogata. Gonna have to write that down. Do I just put the YouTube link in the tip message? No. There should, if you say that you're gonna donate $3, the second thing should show up where you put media request or like media share link. That's where it should be. All right, we're gonna record this round. $3 from Sakaka.
This song is dedicated to Steve Wozniak.
Okay. Oh, Beastrugger Productions with the 5. Thank you so much. I don't know much about TF2. Why is the TF2 community bad? Okay, so the TF2 community is like separated into two nations. The Fire Nation and the Water Nation. Right? Everything was fine until the Fire Nation attacked. We're gonna say that the Water Nation is my side, the side that I'm kind of a figurehead of. And then the Fire Nation is the angry side. And the angry side also has very specific political views, and they are very vocal about them. So there's that.
Forgot to add a music link to my last tip, Balvenue's Cry.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, I'll put it this way, and I'll preface it by saying trans rights are human rights. One side has a lot of trans people, and the other side has very few trans people. My side has a lot of trans people. You know, and that's a good thing. They end up being the best programmers and mappers in this scene. Arctic Man 19.
I have no idea how Valve will test those community MVM maps.
The side with trans people seem nicer, on average. I mean, obviously, that, you know, both sides have their dramas and both sides have their toxic people, but on average,
Yeah, don't try Don't do trading through Team Fortress 2.
Oh no.
You're
Oh
gonna
no.
have to do it through Steam. The in-game trade is pretty much broken. It has been broken for the past what?
Okay. Yo. What UI is that? Oh, this is Middleman. Sorry, that voice sounded very familiar. It's probably not who I think it is, but oof. Oh, good play. We got a gamer. This next song was donated by Sterling FM.
All right, baby. Come on. Here we go now.
My name is House. Knock on my door. I'm gonna kill you like you've never been here before. My name is House. Lord's most adorable cat, $10.
I was bored and started shaving my leg using an X-Acto knife, and I'm realizing now that wasn't really a good idea.
I got my cane. I got my crew. I'm in the house. My name is House.
What? What? Dude, what? I don't know if I want you in my community. What the fuck? What? You're like the guy that pissed in a CD tray. You're like the guy who pissed in a DVD tray. Ah, that was terrible. Okay, next song was donated by Lambda Pyro. Electra used to hide slices of cheese around the house. She's gonna come out of that door and yell at me for saying that. When Electra was little, she used to hide slices of Kraft American cheese around the house, and they wouldn't find it until it started to become a problem, odor-wise. Why cheese? Because sometimes she'd ask for a snack and they'd give her a slice of cheese and she doesn't like it, so she hid it. $3 from Eighth of the Two Man.
Trans rights and oingo boingo wrongs, there are none.
I mean, I agree with the first part. I think the second part was gibberish. $10 from Cute Bolt.
Thank you for keeping my hope alive.
No problem, Bob. I wouldn't be doing it if there wasn't something to keep, though. I would tell you if there was no hope. Why does this song sound familiar? $5 from Train Doctor.
Tyler, IDK if you're a folk person, but I love this one. Historical and relevant for all those under the boot.
$10, thank you so much.
Thank you for keeping my hope alive.
You didn't have to do that twice unless that's bugging out. Music timer broke again? Oh yeah, it did. I'll have to, yeah. Necturne is in here, so. Cruise Games 10, Jesus Christ.
Been obsessing over Deadlock, Neon Prime cut content lately, so you get this. 3.
Oh man, you're about to have a really good week. Bro, after the path tracing patch came out for Dark Ages, why the fuck is the shield's throw speed connected to frame rate? I haven't really played since that update. I'll ask. I don't know. I gotta lock in. This footage is gonna be unusable. Come on, medic help. Okay, never mind. Ah, shit. Wait, Tyler, expand on that? No. I'll have some friends get real mad at me. No. Cynic, 23 months.
3.
Uh-huh. Do I have a Switch too? No. After I gave up on trying to vote for my wallet because I realized consumers are going to consume, I just realized, just have fun with it. Mario Kart World looks cool. That Donkey Kong game looks amazing. Just have fun with it. There's no need to yell. I'm still gonna make my report about why Nintendo's anti-consumer, but fuck it. But no, I haven't gotten a Switch 2, and I really can't afford to yet. But I'd love to get one soon, one day. I love the how it kind of reinvents. This next song was by Cacophene, how it kind of reinvents the experience of playing some underrated Switch 1 games. I don't know what this is, but you know. But yeah, that Donkey Kong game. Oh man, that did something for me, man. That game looks fucking phenomenal. Hey, if anybody has a Switch 2 to send me. No, yeah, like, you know, $80 games, fuck that. You know, I have a lot of negative stuff to say about Nintendo, but I've said this many times and I'll continue to say it. Nintendo hires some of the best technical artists in the world. Like, their game design and game development team, when they properly lock in and spend the proper amount of time on something, there's no other team that's that consistent, or teams that are that consistent. They just have some of the most anti-consumer practices and some of the worst, like they treat, I don't know. But yeah, that Donkey Kong game, the Donkey Kong, like Mario Kart World looks fine. I'll probably adore it, just on the sole purpose, the sole reason of the soundtrack. $5 from the Nuts PT.
Electra has the cheese touch.
Yes, she does. Yeah, Mario Kart World looks good. Like, it looks like something I'd like, but it, like, they went fucking nuts on the soundtrack, and it takes motifs and themes from literally every Mario game I can think of. Like, they remixed Mario Paint songs, and so I have this thing where if I listen to a song that I get very emotional when it comes to music, especially when it comes to motifs that are very nostalgic to me. And I'm sure that's a experience shared amongst a lot of people, but like I cry and I feel like I get tingles up my spine like it's ASMR. Like I feel music real easy physically. Like the sounds turn into like physical sensations. And for some reason Nintendo music has always been like the thing. And so, like, you know, hearing that they hired literally every major music guy at Nintendo to do, like, 350 remixes and new songs and shit for the soundtrack, and, like, okay, I would love to just sit here and listen to those on YouTube, but I would so much rather experience these songs for the first time in-game with headphones on. And so, I'm waiting. I'm very excited. That I'm very excited for. And it's very specific, it's very niche, but that's my reason. So, you know, Lambda Pyro 10.
You seem to remember the last track I donated, but couldn't put your finger on it. Here is another awesome classic. I promise to stop now, smiley face.
Wait. Is that from FFS TV? Is that fucking Fraser Agar? Oh my god, I have not thought of that in years. Awesome video games awesome. Holy shit. Train Doctor 5.
Dismox, falling in love something a bit more fun.
Alright, cool. Alright, this next song was donated by... This one's dedicated to Steve Wozniak. Yeah, I used to own the Video Games Awesome... No, the Awesome Video Games DVD. And I watched Video Games Awesome since the very first episode. And I would stay up all night to watch the show in trailer VODs. Holy shit, yeah, that used to be one of my favorite YouTube Twitch stream people. I used to watch everything they did.
a whore with my iPhone 4. Make me feel real blessed with the iPhone 4S. Spikes me for my sex drive and my iPhone 5.
Okay.
Might do it for free. She like iPhone 5C. Now she taking off the dress. Hot like iPhone 5S. Thinks I might take me some pics with my brand new iPhone 6. I told her not to discuss with my iPhone 6 Plus. She might wanna confess on her new iPhone 6S. How that bitch, she made a fuss on her iPhone 6S Plus. Need to seem real messy. Take her off my iPhone SE. Got my jack, sent her to heaven. Now I got an iPhone 7. It made me wanna cuss like that iPhone 7 Plus. Shit felt goofy, it was great, but just the same like iPhone 8. Yeah, she had a lot of buzz like that iPhone 8 Plus. Made me wanna have some sex recorded with my iPhone X. Started at the bar, now she on my iPhone XR. Fornicate to an excess, and I got iPhone XS. Just made me so many stacks, sold my iPhone XS Max. She don't want you no more, Kevin. She called me on my iPhone 11, and you know she just a hoe on her iPhone 11 Pro, telling me to relax. Got an iPhone 11 Pro Max.
So how big a dump are we talking in these urinals? Writing an article for Game Rant and need more details.
Okay, so the dumps that are being taken in the urinals at the Valve Software offices are large enough to make it impossible for any urine to actually drain. Again, the many times I've talked about the urinal shitter at Valve Software, it's like they bring the poop into the office in like a Tupperware and place it just as a joke. Still have not found who it is because you can't put cameras in a bathroom. And it's really affecting like employee morale when you go to the bathroom to piss and you see like a big stinky poop in the urinal. This is not a joke. This is a real problem that's affecting Valve right now. There's somebody who comes into the office. It's definitely one of the employees because the bathrooms that are further into the office that require a badge, the urinals constantly have shit in them. And like I said, you asked me how big the shits were. Apparently they're big enough so that they block the drain entirely, so that if you piss on the shit, the piss doesn't drain, and the piss just soaks the shit. And it's terrible. I made all that up.
Just like glue, she got an iPhone SE too. You know that ass wasn't skinny. You built like iPhone 12 mini. Caught her talking
Good God.
shit. Told her put it on the shelf. Said when you ready, go ahead call up my iPhone 12. No, I couldn't say no with that iPhone 12 Pro. At the
Hightail got
end
cancelled,
of the
Tyler.
night, we was
did it?
What the heck?
in a pack.
I mean,
Saw the Uber home.
that dev was
On
not
my iPhone
defendable.
12 Pro Max.
When's he gonna update the song? It's a great song. I love that song. This next song's gonna get the stream copyright strikes, but it was donated by Bees Jerker Productions. You know, if you break my heart, I'll go, but I'll be back again. 'Cause I told you once before that but I came back again. $2 from Thompson. Who are you in contact? So who are you in contact with someone who works at Valve? Probably the guy who's shitting in the urinals. Yes, I'm the one who wants you. Oh, 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 you could find better things to do. I think there's a slight delay on this microphone, so it sounds like I'm probably out of rhythm. Because when I watch these VODs, I'm never in rhythm with the song. I will try to show that I'm not trying to pretend. What the fuck is happening? I thought that you would realize that if I ran away from you, that you would hold me true. That I got a big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. Urinal bit will go on far longer than you want. It's alright. Things to do than to break my heart again. This time I will try to show that I'm not trying to pretend. That's so hard to deal with.
I wanna go, but I hate to leave you.
Oh God.
I hate to leave you.
Oh, you.
If you break my heart, I'll go.
Oh shit.
But I'll
Fuck.
be back again.
Are you at least having fun? Yeah, it's a great stream. Man, I'm not gonna be able to listen to. I want to just keep listening to a Hard Day's Night album now. That's my first Beatles album. Oh, good. What the fuck is happening with that? Is this a cheat? What is happening? How is he doing that every time? All right, this next song was donated by NBC. Really wish you could hide names like on TF. Why? Somebody got a terrible name? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. It's definitely a stream sniper, but Jesus Christ. I need to... Got him. The scout? Yeah, I see it. I see it. Alright. Have McVickers received emails for summer yet? Apparently not. I like this song? Yeah, I do. Oh, I somehow knew it was going to be 2 for it. No, thank you. I'm not 10. Turn the music down. I can barely hear you. I can turn myself up. How about that? Hello? Hello? Oh, God! What's my main? I wonder, man. I wonder. Do I like Hydro? Yeah. What the fuck map is this? What map is this? A little too much on your mic? Okay, sorry. I just realized that it's not going to do anything because the compressor controls how loud it is. So I'll just turn the music down. Patagonia? It was a summer map? When? Oh, I thought we were in warm-up. Okay. I thought we were in warm-up because there's a 0 under my crosshair. Why is there a 0 under my crosshair? Make your shots, Tyler. God. Okay, all right, you know what?
Okay, I need more info on this. Article almost done.
Yep.
Is it true the strings, should urinal flush, appear in the latest Deadlock update?
No, not the latest Deadlock update. It was actually in the latest Dota 2 engine update, which would have been 3 Dota 2 updates ago. So the should urinal flush string was found in a Dota 2 update, not a Deadlock update. And it was also seen extra strings related to water level of urinal, the flush type of the urinal, and what direction the water spins within the urinal. Also, I'm making all that up. Aren't I good at that? Oh, fuck, you're a spy. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna die. Bars. I'm good. Some HUDs have streamer mode. Yeah, I just downloaded Middleman off of... I don't know what the 0 is, but I want it to go away because I keep thinking I'm in warm-up. Ah, fuck. I should have a bind that's controlled to a donation, so that if somebody donates enough money, I just fucking explode, no matter where I'm at in the map. All right, this next song was donated by Arctic Man 19. Let's go. Wait, that was it? Did I hit a button? Arctic Man 19, was that the full song? That couldn't have been the full song you donated. Oh wait, I forgot what team I'm on. I'm terrible at streaming multiplayer games, man. I am on blue team. I am killing red team. I am on blue team. I am killing red team. There's a spy that's disguised as me. How dare they? Okay, exclamation point, tip in the chat, donate $3 up to 6 minutes in length of a song request. Okay, this next song is donated by the world's most adorable cat. Let's go. I am on blue team. I am killing red team. What the fuck? What just happened? Ah! Oh, come on. Lock in, lock in. Tyler, lock in. Tyler, you can lock in. Do it. Lock in. Lock in. I'm dead. It's just one of those days! Oh, it's weed music. Okay. Did somebody say meatloaf? Oh, fuck. I've been I think YouTube is just recommending Spencer Agnew to literally anyone that likes video games. $3 from Lynn.
Could we get a Golden Cage play for old time's sake?
Yeah, I mean, we started the stream with Golden Cage. You just weren't here. But sure. Like, I have seen the same 10 clips of Spencer being the funniest guy in Smosh. And Angela, for some reason. Who's also probably... I think Spencer and Angela are my two favorites. But damn, the current lineup at Smosh is actually quite good. And YouTube has been pushing them. Remember to promote your streams more? How the hell do I do it past just putting it up on Twitter and shit? Oh, I guess in videos, huh? But yeah. Did somebody say meatloaf? Is the best thing that's happened on YouTube in a while. Yeah. Spencer and Angela fucking kill it. They're fantastic. I don't know what happened, but just like... Actually, I think it might have been Anthony returning or something, but the vibe of the videos is way more relaxed. And they're actually genuinely funny from time to time. And they're willing to be a bit more edgy, which is cool. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They're entertaining videos lately. Like, shockingly so. And Spencer's just a gift. Like, holy shit. I appear to have an unsucked Johnson. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So that's what I've been watching lately on YouTube. Bunch of Smosh. Which, you know, if you told me that a few years ago, I'd be like, wait, what the fuck? Like, food battle? What are you talking about? Not having a huge multimedia corporation hanging over their heads makes a big difference. Yeah, you can tell. Because it's like they have far more... I think they just have far more creative freedom in what they're allowed to say and do. You miss the old Valve, or do you like the new Valve? Why? Old Valve and new Valve and older... There's oldest Valve, old Valve, and new Valve. Oldest Valve is Golden Age Valve. Old Valve is Wilderness Valve. Do I miss anything about Wilderness Valve? No. Yeah, Spencer used to just be an editor, and now he's like everyone's favorite person on the channel. Yeah. Your toucans are out. Looks like you got some crime on your face. Like, holy shit. Like, there is never... I will never be that funny. Is there a way to see the donation go when you're not streaming? No. No, that would require building a website of some sort. Pinch and roll strings for the balls. Yeah, Spencer, if you're out there, hit me up. You'd like me. Is the patron still alive? Mine? Yes. Yeah, I put my videos up early on there. Probably for non-news videos, more evergreen videos. Get to see them early, and they get their name in the credits. Yep, yep, yep. The WNBA but all dudes bit. I mean, that's the that's the first one I heard. Oh, I'm being told it's like the WNBA but all dudes. Yeah, that's hilarious. It's obviously hilarious, but like, Jesus Christ, you know. What about float plane? Yep. Yep. There's a thing. Yep. Why you ask? Oh shit. All right, that was a long song. This next song is done by Eighth of the Two Man. Eighth of the Two Man. Another Oingo Boingo. We got a big Danny Elfman fan in the chat. My introduction to Oingo Boingo was pretty much the same as everybody else my age. It was a Gmod add-on of Pedo Bear chasing you. And it sang that one song. You know what I'm talking about.
Let's try this again with a different link.
Okay. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Will there be another Half-Life Marathon stream before? Yes. Probably tomorrow. Can't guarantee it, though. I gotta fix my lawnmower. I just don't know what the hell was going through that guy's head when he made that song. I know it was the 80s, but goddamn. It was still illegal, I think, in the 80s. And I know that's not what he's actually singing about, but like, what the fuck was the point? It is funny, it's hilarious, but like, what? Why? Why was there a music video for it? Why was it shown on MTV? What, like? They should bring back classic MTV, even if it's like a non-stop 24/7 Twitch stream. Like with the video DJs and everything. And they should purposely make it 4x3, and they should purposely record it on old stuff. Because like everybody makes like retro looking music videos, so they should just bring it back and like have like a video radio station for people to jam out to. Like really promote a bunch of indie artists and stuff. There's an MTV Classic channel. No, I mean online, like not on cable. Music's good, I can barely hear you. Sorry. Play ball! Play ball! How much do I gotta donate for the Portal OSHA mod? Well, I mean, you can put it on the wheel. Any Half-Life or Portal mods are good to go to put on the wheel for Run, Think, Splin, Play coming 2008, which is the name of the show. I'm also gonna be doing something called Half-Life Bingo. I had this idea the other day. I'm trying to come up with like fun things to do to like include the audience more. And the one thing I want to do is Half-Life Bingo, which is we all come together and like for like half an hour or an hour, we just talk about the most cliched bullshit that's in most like amateur level Half-Life mods, right? And then we just play a bunch of random stuff on runthingshootlive.com and we try and get a bingo. that make sense? So like we all just like try and like, because you know this stuff's been around for like 20 some years. We just like joke about like, you know, what do you expect out of amateur mods? Like what, you know, what kind of, and we play like the most random, like middle of the road 3-star maps we can find. You know, the kind of stuff that would never, ever, ever get streamed. Because you either stream the stuff that's so bad it's funny, or the stuff that's so good it looks like Valve made it. But like the middle of the road stuff that people made just to like learn the tools. I want to do like a bingo game for it, right? Right? Does that make sense? What would be the free space to have like bingo? It would just say free space. It's bingo. And like we can all play, right? I wonder what I could do for like whoever wins. Did I succeed in paying? Kako fee? Oh, why did I alt tab? I'm in full screen. Kako Fiend. It has not gone through. I have not seen your name. Next song was donated by Cool Bot. But yeah, so like let's workshop it now. What should show up on the bingo board? By the way, St. Pepsi, fucking love this fucking, oh, St. Pepsi, aka Skylar Spence, which the Prom King album is fantastic. He's actually a fan, which was wild. I had a really nice conversation with him one time, and he let me listen to like some demos that he made. Cool guy. St. Pepsi, I think, is either my favorite or my second favorite from the Vaporwave movement. I think Blank Banshee would probably take it. Beast Sugar Productions, $3. Thank you so much. Damn, where are we at with the dono goal at this point? We need like $300, like $276, and then we hit our dono goal, and then I'll get to make the video. Node graph out of date rebuilding, that's the free space. Node graph out of date rebuilding is the free space. Bring your own baby. Low quality voice acting. That could also be the free space. Nah, I don't know. It'll be tough because it can't be like so fucking common. It's like, dude, that's gonna be in every single map we play. No check, you mean no autosaves? Okay, okay. I mean, I constantly have quick save attached to my mouse 4, so I don't know how I would check that. AI voices? No. We'd be playing shit from like 2006. We'd be going into the archives, man. I'm dead. I'm Fred. I'm dead. Can we... Game text dialogue. There you go. That would go on the bingo card. Yes. Tyler, how does one spin the wheel? Well, it's not a wheel stream. This is not the wheel stream. But when the wheel streams are called Run, Think, Spin, Play, coming 2008. And the wheel would be behind me right here. And what you do is you donate as little as $3 and recommend a Portal, Half-Life thing, mod, whatever. It can even be Quake, Doom, whatever. And it goes on one of the pie slices of this game show wheel, of which there are, I think, 12 slices. Once the wheel fills up, we spin the wheel and we change to whatever the wheel lands on. We then erase the wheel and start again. This is done for a few reasons. One, it makes the audience feel like they're a part of the stream by possibly changing what the game is played in real time. And two, it changes up the game frequently enough and has an element of suspense and surprise enough that it kind of itches the I need Subway Surfers gameplay kind of brain. That's the idea. Old meme reference. Yes, absolutely. Are you choosing random maps for the bingo, or can anyone donate to... You would have to be random maps, otherwise it could be, like, weighted. Like, if somebody could suggest a map that has the things or something, it'd have to be random. I accidentally sent 2 tips, so if it plays again, just skip it. No, we're gonna listen to Bring Your Own Baby twice. I do not care. This song was donated by the Train Doctor. Thanks for the clarification. Wanted people to know, but also didn't know myself. Yeah, it's an idea I've had in my head for a while. Originally, it was going to be the wheel of roleplay, but then I was like, that's not fun. Where I was going to, like, be a different character. Like, the original idea for the game show wheel was you would suggest a type of character I would have to play while streaming, and it would be the same thing, where I just, like, you fill up the wheel.
And the fat politician who had the nerve to sing. He was proud.
Have I ever thought about doing a Discord call-in show? That's what Letting Off Steam used to be, but I had to stop because of very obvious reasons. However, the Passionate Gamer program does allow for call-ins, and that's so... yeah. Can you do wheel streams earlier in the day? What time zone you in? Usually no, but what I'm trying. So what happens? Yeah. So like, what happens when we hit bingo? Well, I'm trying to like organize some mapping comps, but like I don't want it to be like prize motivated, but at the same time there should be some prizes, but also, you know. But like a good, decent little mapping comp, like how Joel does the Doom mapping comp, or like Simple Flips does his. But the ROM mapping comps have a lot of prizes attached to them. I don't know, but yeah, I want to do a mapping comp that's very specific, and then I want to do a second mapping comp that's really loose with the rules. I think my second song skipped. No, Phantom NK, that's 3 songs from now. Or I'm on autopilot right now, man. Okay. I'm not going to participate in this until they, you know, they're not spawn camp. I don't know. I don't understand what this man is saying. Free the land! Is he Irish? Or Scottish? He's Scottish.
Let's stop that freaking thing!
Scottish. It's not funny, I got school. No! Stop laughing, it's not funny, I got school. Wait, there's that other video that's like, why don't you flush the toilet when you take a shit? Disgusting! When you take a shit? Disgusting! When you don't have a shit? Disgusting! When you don't take a shite? Disgusting! No, I got school. I've got school. It's not funny, I've got school.
Hey, we gotta stop it!
I've got school. See Steve with tier 1, 2 months. Thank you so much.
Valvenue's wrong hole.
Wrong hole, man. Wrong hole. Don't do it. People got feelings. I've got school. This is a real Seguinus Weenus moment. You know what I mean? Holy shit. Holy, this is like when somebody donated Ram Ranch 10. If you ever want to completely end a stream, donate Ram Ranch 10. I will lose my mind and the stream is just done. I'm barely playing. What the fuck is happening? How did I not die? I've got skill. When you take a shite, disgusting. This next song was donated by Cool Bot. You can refund it if you didn't mean to donate twice. Tyler, do not tell people these things. Oh, the Ram Ranch 10. 18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. And that's as much as I can say before it gets age restricted. Yeah. Yeah. Disgusting. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. Disgusting. Well, it was fucking one of yas. Well, it was fucking one of yas. Disgusting. I can't play that video because they're little kids, but like, oh my god. Holy shit, that video is so... Oh, man. Electra and I quote the, "It's not funny, I got school," all the time. Got anything regarding Fallout 5? Oh my god, I mentioned Fallout 5 is like, it's gonna be forever. Are you serious? I don't know. I know nothing about Fallout 5. Did I get quoted as just saying Fallout 5 info? Come on. With every bingo, you take a sip of Red Bull? No, with every bingo, I take an edible. World's most adorable cat, $10.
I really got her start remembering to bring my Steam Deck with me when I have to wait 3 hours after work for my partner to get out and bored anyway. Have more upbeat idle weeb music this time.
Weeb music, gotta love the weeb music. Somebody want to gift me more Atlas games? I think exclamation point wish in the chat still works. Oh, another bingo? That picture of the black cat. Like the Source Engine cat photo. I can't tolerate the Scottish slander. I'd so much rather live in Scotland than here. My mental health medication wouldn't cost as much as it does. Excuse me. Well, it was one of his. Disgusting. Oh, I'm gonna have to make a bowl for your brains. I'm really good at some accents, and I can't do others. I can do like period piece British gentleman really, really well, and I do it to Electra all the time. And also Southern is just like, that comes naturally. Okay, this next song is donated by Cruise Games. This is the Neon Prime menu theme. This is actually what the Neon Prime menu theme was meant to be, and it's really a quiet upload. Why is it so quiet? Corn Cube, what up, brah?
Have you ever played Trepang 2?
I played the demo. This shit was in the files. Yeah, this shit was in the files of the earliest builds of Deadlock. Whew. Do I hate America? No, I'm just unhappy with the state of things. I honestly think things can get better, and I would love for my country to be what I was told it could be when I grew up. And I'm unhappy with the state of things in many ways. $10. Never played HL1 or 2, but your first HLX video got suggested to me, and now I've watched all of them. And your Half-Life 3-hour video, threefold, with premium, and I started playing Half-Life 1. Hope you hit the goal. Dude! This is why I do it. that. I'm gonna have to stop playing this. I'm gonna switch games. I think I got enough footage. Good lord. Let's play Portal. Man, this is so crazy. I can't believe it. 13 years ago, we launched Man vs. Machine, a chilling cautionary tale where an artificial consciousness tried to take all our jobs. You didn't know it back then, but that actually is a literary device called speculative fiction, where writers, us, accurately predict the future, the present, but then hide it so that we don't cause widespread panic. In an effort to keep panic levels low, and apropos of nothing, we'd like to tell you a story. Once upon a time, a Man vs. Machine mode in video game was getting a much needed update. And so a brave blog post writer, us again, asked the community to submit Man vs. Machine maps and missions in time for the update. For the sake of this panic-reducing speculative fantasy, let's put the fictional deadline at Wednesday, August 27th. If that was the entire story, you'd already be at a low panic level, but vaguely concerned about a looming dystopian future. Mission accomplished. But as is traditional in the genre of speculative blog fiction, there's more. This king of the fictional land where all this happened, ancient Greece, decreed on stone tablets that even though the update was dropping right around the ancient Greek candy harvest festival of Halloween, the maps did not need to be all Halloween themed. First tablet. And in fact, shouldn't be. Second tablet. Okay. So August 27th for part 1, and then Scream Fortress for part 2. Exclamation point donate in the chat if you want to donate. Thanks so much. This next song is done by Lampyro. I'm apparently gonna recognize this somehow. Everybody make Christmas maps. Let's speedrun Portal. P. Poop. B. Poop. Ow! If you can't beat Portal in 30 minutes, you have to release the video now. The video ain't out. The video ain't done. But yeah, time it for me. Let's see if I can still do under 30. My best time ever was like 22 minutes. And I know that's nothing. Computer-aided enrichment center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning other primary goals in other enrichment center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from stand back. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1. Across the exit, These aperture science material emancipation. Hey, Epico.
Love
42.
what you're doing, Tyler. Very excited for everything to
Love
come.
you too. Thanks so much. For instance, the aperture science weighted storage cube. Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500 megawatt aperture science heavy duty super colliding super button. Please move quickly through the chamber lock as the effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test. Half-Life 3 locked at 70 FOV. I'm not playing. Not playing that shit. Absolutely not. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the aperture science material emancipation grill, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth. Could have been better. Possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can make your own portals. Have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid. Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Water to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested. I know every fucking word of this game. Yeah, because it's the best game ever made. It's my favorite game of all time. Yeah, welcome to Test Chamber 4. You are doing quite well. Excellent work. As part of a required test protocol, we will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck. I don't think I've actually seen Portal play. I've never seen Portal play Tyler before. Required test protocol. Our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2. This next song was donated by the Train Doctor. By the way, Weaponizer is supposed to make the environment... Oh, yep. Shush. Tyler, do you think it's worth buying a Steam Deck? Yes. Just loaned my brother... Oh, I'm times. God damn it. Okay. I don't know if your brother will pay you back. I'm sorry if he doesn't. Many enrichment center goals... Oh, shit. Pellets seen to the left of this chamber can and has caused permanent disabilities such as vaporization. Yeah, you're never getting the 50 back, bruh. Go watch Star Trek Next Generation. Everybody was using the holodeck to fuck. I don't think there's a single person that doesn't think people are using the holodeck to fuck. On all mobile equipment, however, and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high-energy pellet and have therefore been disabled for your safety. Sounds like Weaponizer could be in Half-Life 3? Yeah. You should really watch The Orville. I know. I'm convinced that's the canon reason the holodeck exists. A consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor can't... Followed by death. Good luck. I'm losing my mind. My mind is going blank. 500 cigarettes. The Orville Season 1 was kind of trash, but after that, it was actually pretty good. There are multiple times where Riker is turned down by a female subordinate or guest or whatever, and then he's like, computer, reserve holodeck time for me, please. That this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it. I love how TNG was so coy and vague with the holodeck, but Deep Space Nine was like, yeah, no, this is for fucking... Well, I mean, like, imagine what the, like, computer. My deepest sexual fantasy that would never happen in real life. Please make it real. Thank you. That would fuck your brain up. The human race would end. Like, nobody has thought about, like, the consequences of such a technology existing. Like, you, like, what, like, no one would be reproducing. Are you serious? All right, this next song was donated by Sterling. I literally listened to the song earlier while mowing.
The growing subculture of people who call themselves furries.
It's Hanson and Jimi Hendrix, and the song's about furries.
Furries. Furries.
Oh shit, there you go.
Furries.
Oh yeah, the episode where Jordy made a yeah. This is the shit I listen to and my girlfriend gives me looks. This is the shit I don't even play in front of my girlfriend, my wife. Yeah, I was listening to Mouth Silence while mowing earlier. Fox. Bop, 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 do bop, jimmy bop, 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 do. That door opened slowly because there used to be a turret in there, but then they removed it because they wanted the turrets introduced in Chamber 16. Every time you say mowing, I'm hearing moaning. No, lawn mowing. This makes Jimi Hendrix sound like a furry. I love the Pokemon song on this album. Four-legged friends. All right, this next song is done by Arctic Man 19. Here we go. Lock in. Favorite chamber to speedrun. This one right here. Oh, first try! I never get that trick first try. Now I'm gonna fuck up the bumps. Oh my god, I didn't fuck up the bumps. What the hell? I don't know if this is my best time on the chamber, but that's a fucking good run of that chamber. Oh my god. Oh. I don't know if that's a PB, but I haven't run that chamber in a while. This next chamber is also really fun to run. The goal is to beat the intro text, the intro speech from GLaDOS. Fuck, that didn't do it. That camera fucked me over. I fucked it up. Oh, I'm dead. Run's dead. Run, this is bad. Okay. Oh god, sometimes it just doesn't want to work. We got a PB on the one chamber. Yeah, it's gotta be, you gotta be past the camera. Come on. Oh, fucked it up. Got it. Woo. Do you have an interest in learning the modern speedrun tech for Portal? As long as it's in bounds, sure. I don't like out of bounds stuff. The game really gets fun to speedrun at chamber 15 and forward. You let it hit you because it straightens the cube out. Oh, the goal is to beat that! The goal is to make sure that you get there before it hits the wall, and I did it! Don't kill me, don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Okay, good. Oh, that was almost so bad. That was almost so bad. Come on. What the hell? Come on. I don't know the last time I played this chamber properly, man. Oh. 13 minutes left? You said 11 minutes left. Well, what the hell? How did... What? 13... Oh, I understand what you're saying now.
Is nearing its conclusion. The enrichment center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then you will be paid.
I don't know who made this next song, but thank you for the
Ladies
dono.
and gentlemen, please gather around for the hottest, most boisterous event in town. Two wizards of power engage in fight, but not one of magic, a test of might. No tomes or wands in this arena. Their physical prowess they must subpoena. So place your bets, get a seat where you can. If you can't find a chair, you're
Good
welcome
jump.
to stand. One will be a victor, the other a fool. But before we begin, the rules. No magic or lightning or fireball casting, no goddess appealing or
What the
clerical
fuck is
healing, no
this?
tomes or spells or powers akin. With all that said, now let's begin. In this corner, we have the legendary Wiz. He's fast on his feet, he'll get all up in your biz. He's got powers galore.
I think this might be my least favorite chamber to run, other than the first death floor one, because I have to do it normally and I don't know how to properly speedrun it. You should try learning the camera and the door trick here. It's pretty easy. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right, you balance it, you go over, and then you have it, and then it stays open, you can portal in. Is it really faster? Alright, we're already at chamber 19. Really forcing these rhymes, huh? Oh my god, that portal always hurts. $5, thank you so much.
I never played Half-Life 1 or 2, but your first HLX video got suggested to me and I've now watched all of them, and your HL 3R video threefold, with premium, and you got me to start playing HL1. Hope you hit the goal because I need more.
Well, I really appreciate that, but the super chats get added to the goal after the stream. I appreciate it though, thank you.
He's a badass wizard and he's not gonna pout. He raises up his fist and the crowd looks on in awe, and he punches fearsome Fingalpart directly in the jaw. He recovers, prepares, getting ready to attack.
Oh fuck, damn it! I was trying to beat it on the first cycle.
What's this? Fingalpart is fine, and he runs straight at Gorlop and he pokes him in the eye. Now he's blinded, unable to
Run's dead.
Fingalpart, he's winding up his fist and hitting Gorlop like a car. Wizard fist fight, the stone the gas. Fingalpart, Gorlop gonna beat the other's ass. The magic careers have led up to this. Wizards getting angry and they're punching with the fist. Wizard fist fight.
You should stream more. I should just, yeah, I agree, thank you.
Wizard go through the fun, the power. boys are battered and bruised and their bones are broken, but they're not gonna stop until the winner's name is spoken. Gorloff is taunting. You punch like a witch.
What's funny is I learned the tricks that I do, I just figured out for the most part. Some of them I learned, like the portal bumping on Chamber 15. But like some of them I just I don't know. I played this game so much that I just like I just figured out. Like portal bumping and standing in the middle of portals as a thing. Oh! I can't believe I did that. I never do that trick properly. Huh?
Magnificent is his beard in the wind, and the winner of the fight it is Bulu they have been. There are zero doubts that he's the strongest in the land.
Shit.
He smiles and he waves. The mystic wizard man, he soars away with his magical power, and he flies into the distance to his massive wizard tower. Wizard best by surprising twist. Bulu the diviners beat the cowards with his fist. They didn't hit the one, so it was kind of hit or miss. Nobody could have guessed that it would reach men like this. Wizard fist fight, incredible shame. The magic doping, it was really kind of lame. The winner is Bulu, who is incredible minds. What a badass fight.
I know that in the earlier game of the game, in the earlier version of the game, you could throw a chair through this, but I'm playing Steam version. And all the cake is gone. You don't even care, do you? All right, this next song was donated by the world's most adorable cat. Thanks so much. I fucked up. God damn it. I'm not just streaming. I'm also doing my job. There's like a second save that I just missed. And I'm fucking up. And I'm fucking up. Fucking these fans. All right. What time? What are we at? 17 minutes. Okay. 13 minutes left. Okay. This is one of my favorite tricks to do. And it's not even really a trick. Pon, pon, pon. I'm not gonna do the thing where I bring the turret to the room. I've never figured out how to do that consistently. That's fun. It's good enough. Here we go. No, it's not. Fuck. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, shit. God damn it. I've done a few tricks that were really smooth, and then I also did a few fuck-ups. Got a little girl singing in my ear, but they're 8,000, so don't worry about it. God damn it. This is awesome. This is great. Watch Tyler choke. I'm not hitting my PB, I'll tell you that. You can't stand in the portal, otherwise it'll aim at that. You have to let it come to this portal first.
You should just lie down in front of a rocket.
And sometimes it misses, so you gotta be careful.
All right. Keep doing whatever it is you think you're doing. Killing you and giving you good advice aren't. You think you're doing some damage?
2 plus 2 is 10. In base 4, I'm 5.
Curious about your behavior.
Well, you've managed to destroy that part of me. Vanilla crazy cake. Oh shit, vanilla crazy cake. Vanilla crazy cake. Vanilla crazy cake. Vanilla crazy cake. Vanilla crazy cake.
So deadly.
I know she says I'm fine, but it's funnier if she says in base 4 I'm 5.
The deadly was in massive sarcasm. I could take a bath in this stuff, put it on cereal, rub it right into my arms. Honestly, it's not deadly at all.
To me.
You, on the other hand, are going to find its deadliness a lot less fun.
Time. Time.
You're wasting your time. And believe me, you don't have
I did it in 22. My PB is 22. Next song was donated by Corn Cube. You could easily get that down to 20 without any more glitches. Oh, 100%. I fucked up. Couple times. All right. Half-Life Extended now? No, we're not doing... I think I'm going to probably wrap it up. Because we've already been streaming for 3 hours.